I wanted to ask you about the bulkhead. First of all, let's explain, in case some of our listeners don't know, what a bulkhead even is.
A bulkhead is a seawall. It basically holds the earth from moving into the sea. And Portchester, as you know, is a Sound Shore community, so we're bordered both by the Long Island Sound and the Byram River. And in 1999, when the village entered into an agreement with GNS developers to build a $500,000 waterfront at Portchester project, which consists of Costco, a Lowe's Theater, and some value retail chains, part of the project included fortifying and rebuilding the bulkhead that's around the Costco. In short, the village designed it. They designed it to be a plastic made of plastic material, and GNS was responsible for the construction. In 2004, there appeared telltale signs of latent construction defects, as reported in the Westmore News, our local newspaper, that went untouched. In 2007, more telltale signs settling appeared. I brought in a real marine engineer and a real construction litigation attorney at the time, and they basically concluded that there's plenty of blame to go around. That with the village having the design responsibility and it being a poor design, the wrong design, and there being shoddy construction, the lawyers said we'd spend over $500,000 duking it out in court and nobody would win. So we tried to work to come up with some sort of shared settlement approach. I had two possibilities on the table, but there was a very partisan board majority, quite frankly, that didn't want to make any progress. They wanted to hold the village as collateral damage so they could run a campaign and say Pilla got nothing done, like my opponent is doing, basically. So let's fast forward to today, right? In the past 2 years, there's literally been no progress on the bulkhead. It's just the way I left it. Actually, that's not true. It's worse. More of it is falling into the Byram River. And in fact, 2 years later, and this isn't hype, the village still doesn't even know how they're going to fix it. They just 2 weeks ago sent out an RFP. Go on their website, look under bids, and there's an RFP that's due back tomorrow that calls for the design bids for how to fix the bulkhead. So 2 years later, they don't even know how to fix it. And I'm sitting here with this debate. I wish Mr. Ceccarelli joined us today, because I would love to have, where I come from, the facts speak for themselves, right? And so they don't know how to fix it. Nothing's been done except it's fallen. And he's blasting me that 5 years ago I didn't do anything. I had an opportunity that we presented to the board where the village would pay $600,000 only. It would be capped, and that was the amount we'd pay the lawyers, and GNS would be responsible for the rest. They didn't want that deal. We had another opportunity which is the one that he's talking about or insinuating about using parking revenues from the marina parking lot to pay for it. They didn't want that deal. Now all of a sudden they do. Why? Because of partisan politics, quite frankly.